panda, 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 panda. I got broads in Atlanta, just to the lean the family. Credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van.
Alright guys, hello, it's Sly, and today we're going to be checking out the IS-6. But first, let's run you through some key things you're going to need to know about it. First of all, I'm using the first gun. It only has 175 millimeters of AP penetration and 217 APCR, so it's really not all that great. So on this, I'm running the gun rammer, this protection thing, extra view range, and the main thing here is supercharge, because your bullets are really slow, so you're gonna really need to use that. So without further ado, let's jump into the replays. This first replay is on Port Bay, and we're gonna really get to see the capabilities of this tank when it's not faced up against two heavily armored opponents. You can actually do pretty well, and it helps a lot that no one really wants to pay attention to us at the beginning of the battle. But this really isn't a frontline tank, as it's been around for such a long time that people already know how to pin you. So you really want to be next to the front line, but not at the front of it. But you still can be at the front, as we're gonna do in this battle. And also, so another thing to note in this game, there's not too much heavily armored tanks, but we switched to APCR there just to guarantee the penetration, as the side of that WG-110 is very troll, and you can bounce off of it easily, especially with low penetrating guns like this one. We missed that shot there because we rushed it, but that T-29 just seems to have gone AFK, so we can easily come in and get a shot in without worrying too much. But I would say this tank is easily one of the best tanks to side scrape in Tier 8. As your sides are flat, and it actually does have some space armor there, so you can get a few troll bounces off that without angling. But that's one of the downsides of the lower pin gun. As you can see, we bounced off of the T-34, and we wouldn't have done that in a lot of other tanks. T-34's front is basically armorless, but we still managed to bounce off it. And we just switched to APCR there just to guarantee another penetration. But now we've got our eyes set up on the Helsing, as he's the most dangerous to run around right now. If you save him for later, he'll really deal some damage toward endgame. We get really unlucky here that we get penetrated twice, but this is where it's always nice to have the higher DPM gun, because we can comfortably reload way faster than this T-34 and finish him off for a second kill. Now it's just a matter of cleaning up. This VK-100 isn't too much of a threat now that all his friends are gone. He misses his shot, and we finish him off. And for a second battle here, we're gonna get to see how it performs in a tier 9 environment with the lower penetrating gun. Now we decide to go left on this map as our heavy tanks aren't particularly good. All we have is me and a stock STI, and they have some really good heavy tanks, so we're not gonna even bother going that direction. So me and this RU and I here are gonna go and check out what's to this left flank. And try to get some side shots into the heavies as they're passing. But a funny thing is, most of our team dies towards the start of the battle here, as they decide not to go left like I have. It's just a matter of trying to hit them now. That was an unlucky miss there, but that's one of the downsides of not having the refined aim time. We could have made it if we had that, but the supercharge is essential to most of these shots on the move I'm making. There's again the Martian, who's going to be very problematic for us later on. But it's more of its presence and not that it's actually dangerous. As the Martian's one of the more difficult tanks for you to pin, because your penetration's not too good with this gun. But I'm also going to be doing another video using the IS-6's better pin gun, so we can get a look at that too. And I'm going to try to get an ace with both guns. But personally, I just like this one better as it has a faster reload, and it's more unique than the other tier 8 heavies that I currently have. Now we're just trying to clean up this T-54 and helping our J Panther 2 stay alive. He doesn't seem too happy that I saved him right there. And I'm trying to get him to go left, to go right, and onto the tracks where it's safer, as we have more cover and the enemy can't attack us. But he doesn't want to, and he's gonna die pretty soon. But my main target to take out is the T-34, as it's the weakest one, and we'll be able to finish him off pretty easily. J Panther 2 gets spotted and taken out pretty easily. But at least we know that this T-34 is alone over here, and we can push up and try to finish him off. But you still can make some pretty good shots even while on the move in this tank, as we'll see here. Now, as I suspected, these tanks aren't too fast, so I can relocate pretty easily if need be. So now I'm just trying to wait for them to push up on me, so I can finish the T-34 off and then move on to the Martian. He gets hasty and pushes up, and I finish him off for my third kill. Now, a good thing to mention here, the cap starts running, so that means the T-30 is in it, trying to drive around to my back. So I have to finish off the Martian before he gets to me, and then hopefully turn around and kill him as well. But this is one of the downsides of having the lower pin gun. Tanks like this are going to be really difficult to kill if you can't get on their sides. But we did that easily here, as he didn't really know what he was doing. And now the T-30's around behind us. And we're gonna do a little bit of a reverse side scrape and bounce his APCR and finish him off for our 5th kill. And that just about concludes it. This week, I'm going to do a second video on the IS-6 with the higher pin gun. Nearly everything is better on it except for its rate of fire, as that drops considerably. I'm going to be switching up our loadout just a little bit. I'm also going to do another video on the Glacial and the T-34. But I also got something else that I'll be doing pretty soon. This SU-100Y, got a new camo for it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment for more content.